Some black people have no respect for themselves or other black people. Some black people treat other races better than they treat their own. A restaurant owner in Dallas, Texas had a confrontation with some customers. This particular restaurant had a live DJ. So I guess the music sounded so good that a few young ladies decided to twerk inside the establishment. These ratchet girls were leaning on the tables and standing inside the chairs. The owner publicly gave these girls a whole damn lecture, which I feel wasn't needed. I believe that he should have simply asked them to leave. All the extra shit was uncalled for. If these girls were non-black, they would have not been spoken to so disrespectfully. But at the same time, I also believe that if this was a white establishment, the girls would not have been twerking if it was a white establishment. Simply no respect for their own people on both sides. The owner told them if they want to twerk, get the fuck out of his establishment. Get the fuck out of his restaurant. He would have never said this to another race. I do agree that the owner should have asked these bimbos to leave, but I think he should have respectfully asked them to leave. No profanity and no lecture. Why are you twerking in a restaurant while people are eating? Why? It's a restaurant, not a bar or a dive-in. There's a time and place for everything. The name of this restaurant is True Kitchen and Cocktails. I've seen the inside of this place, and it's far from upscale. But just because it's basic doesn't mean you should be shaking your butt inside. It's still a restaurant. Although I agree with the owner, his delivery was not respectful. He didn't have to go Martin Luther King on him. If you want to act like you have no home training, don't be surprised when you get treated that way. Next time, owner, just kick them out and call the police if they refuse to leave. Sometimes you can have good intentions with creating spaces for black people, and a percentage of us will give you our ass to kiss in return. Again, I fully agree with the owner. I just don't agree with his delivery. The owner was unprofessional. Don't yell at your customers because they are behaving badly. They're not your children. They are your patrons. How about treating black customers the way that you would treat a white customer? It's a pandemic, so I don't even know why so many people are out at a restaurant anyways. It was ghetto for them to do that. And the owner is ghetto for addressing everyone in that manner. There's a way to talk to people, and that was not it. The owner did give them warnings before he lost his temper. Again, stop bending over, twerking your nasty asses in public places. There's many places to twerk if that's what you want to do. You can go to a club, a party, or stay in your house. I don't want to see your raggedy asses shaking while I'm eating my food. Grow up and show some class. Etiquette is no longer taught at home and at schools, or even the house of worship either. Do that shit at a club, not a restaurant. I've read where someone said the DJ was playing Throw That Ass in a Circle. I don't even fucking know what that is, or who sang the song, or even if it is a song. It doesn't matter if the DJ was playing Let's Get Naked. Act like he has some damn sense. He can play any type of music he wants inside his establishment. I fully support the owner. He had every right. They wouldn't do that in a white man's establishment, period. Black people have this thing where it's like black owned means we can do whatever we want and get a discount in the end. And if we don't get what we want, we say the service was bad. The whole idea that black people can take other black people for idiots in the name of black owned is disrespectful. Go do that shit in the white man's establishment. I dare you. I don't even know how to twerk. And if I did, I wouldn't do it at a damn restaurant. Keep twerk culture for the clubs and lounges. Another thing, the DJ should play something better than bounce your ass. Why don't you play like some R&B perhaps? Again, if you want to act like a hood rat, do it in the streets where it's more appropriate. I personally think that twerking culture is ugly, ignorant, and stupid as fuck. Watching some fool bend over and fling her cellulite, untoned ass up and down isn't sexy or funny to me. Save your tacky ass for the strip club and leave us civilized people alone. It's sad how some black people only respect white businesses and stay on their best behavior. These girls probably think less of the restaurant status since it's black owned. Again, if the majority of patrons were white, I highly doubt he would talk to them that way. Black people have no respect for each other, period. Okay, folks, that's it. I wanted to say about the owner that, again, I fully agree with him. And I definitely do not believe that if it was a white establishment that these ratchet bimbos would have been inside the restaurant twerking. I fully agree with the owner. I just think he took it a little bit too far. I think he should have just kindly, politely asked them to leave. And that's it. You know, the lecture, you know, the cursing, the profanity and shit. He didn't even have to go that far. All he had to do was ask them to leave. He didn't have to put up a big production, you know, to get them out. Just ask them to leave. That's all he had to do. All right, folks, I love you. Have a good day. Toodles.